Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Lindsay Hartfield. Lindsay, thanks so much for talking with me today. And Lindsay, you know, you are from the University of Wisconsin Discovery Farm, correct?
Correct.
And first of all, tell me what you do there.
Yeah, so the Discovery Farms program is part of UW-Madison Division of Extension, and it's an on-farm research program. So we work with private farm landowners and we monitor water quality on their farm, whether that be tile drainage, surface water, or below the ground, looking more towards looking at groundwater.
Right. And that's why you're here talking with me in Calumet County today at a field day. And you are talking about a pan lysometer, correct?
Correct.
And I said that correctly, right?
Yes.
Okay. And first of all, what are you trying to measure? Or actually, why is that pan lysometer actually installed in this field?
So we have these pan lysometers here in this particular field because nitrate in the groundwater is a concern in this area. They actually have pretty high nitrate in their groundwater. There's a safe drinking water standard at 10 milligrams of nitrogen per liter, and in this area they're seeing nitrate concentrations above that.
Right. So can you describe a little bit about what a pan lysometer actually is then?
Yeah, so these pan lysometers, it is kind of what it sounds like in terms of it's a pan, and it gets installed below the ground, about a little bit more than 3 feet below the ground, closer to like 3.5 feet below the ground. And we have them installed below undisturbed soil profile. So everything above that lysometer has been untouched. The soil is just how it was when we came into the field to install it. So we installed into the side of the soil profile, put the lysometers in, and these lysometers then, they work to collect water that's moving through the soil profile to give us an idea of, one, how much water is moving through that soil profile, getting towards groundwater, and then what's in that water. So we're looking at nitrate, like I said, and also chloride.
Right. And, you know, so how are the samples collected then?
So with these lysometers, we have to apply a suction to the lysometer. If we don't have that suction, then the water just kind of moves around that lysometer because the soil likes to hold on to the water. So if that lysometer isn't matching the amount of suction that soil profile has, it'll just go around it and stay in the soil. So we match with sensors what that suction level in the soil is, and that will get the water into the lysometer itself. And then about every 2 weeks, we'll have someone come out and collect the samples. So they have a pump that runs that's connected back to that lysometer, and it'll pull the water out of that pan lysometer.
And there's also a bunch of technology, you know, associated with all this as well, right?
There is, yep. There's a what we call a control box. It's a white box at the edge of the field, and that's really the brains of the operation. It's where all the sensors come back to and communicates with the data loggers in there to figure out how much suction to apply and how often it needs to apply that suction.
Right. And even there's like the miniature weather station and stuff that's all hooked into everything as well, correct?
Yep, there's a weather station here, so we get what the moisture level in the soil profile is, temperature of the air, humidity, rainfall, all of that information as well.
Right. And finally, what is the life expectancy? I mean, just a couple months, like this summer's been probably horrible for samples for you, but how long is this supposed to be in the soil for you guys?
We're expecting somewhere in the 5 to 7 year range, but we'll see once we get to that 5 to 7 years if they're looking like they're still running good, if we can keep collecting samples. Then we could probably keep doing that because it's a lot of upfront work for the installation. So if they keep living and keep working, then we'll keep monitoring.
Right. And just to monitor the nitrate that's going through the soil profile.
Correct.
Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for your time today. You were very informative in your presentation today. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation to be a part of this.
Yes, my pleasure. So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.